Before this video starts, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and make sure you turn bell notifications so you guys will be updated of every video I post. Yo, what is up guys? I'm here back at it again with another video. Today, I'm bringing you guys a tutorial video on things that you probably are doing or probably did in the past that might or might have harmed your Beyblades. And yeah, today I decided to make this video because I believe that this is something that tons of people do, especially newcomers to Beyblade that do these things and probably don't know how to take care of their Beyblades, how to keep them in the best conditions so you can have tons of fun for a while. So yeah guys, I'm gonna break down the things that I believe that the things that are probably harming your guys' Beyblade that you guys haven't noticed. And yeah, before the video starts, make sure you guys should subscribe, like, and comment down below. And with that said, let's jump into the video. Boom, coming at number 1. So coming in at number 1, we have the disc. So we all know that during time, it depends on how long you have your Beyblades, the disc will turn rusty, and that's normal. That's completely normal if your Beyblade disc eventually turns rusty. But what if I can tell you guys how you guys can reduce that time and make it stand shinier for just for a long period of time without getting rusty so fast? And boom, here I have my other zero disc. So this is a zero disc. Obviously this one is a little bit older and this one's a little bit newer, but they basically are the same disc, and you guys can totally compare them. That this one's definitely been in great conditions, is shiny, and this one's all rusty and all of that. And I can honestly tell you guys that these discs you could reduce the time factor of their shiny duration. So first things you want to know is protect them. And what I mean by protecting them is don't let your disc take too much sunlight, and don't take your disc take the cold temperature. The cold and warm temperature will really turn your disc rusty. I know it because I have experience, because I sleep with my air conditioner on, and one side I didn't know this truth. My bays were actually out in my room, somewhere in my room, and taking the cold air, and taking that cold air just turns them this is rusty. So taking that cold air can actually lead you to these results. This are stop being shiny, and it doesn't affect your performance in Bey battles, but you want to keep your Beyblades as clean and as shiny as you want to, so you guys can approve with me. You guys can obviously approve with me that if you obviously want to keep your Beyblade this shinier, so you guys could notice the difference and you guys can tell how to take care of your Beyblade. And these are some suggestions that you can also tell your friends if you guys want to. But honestly, don't let it take too much sunlight. Don't let it take probably any sunlight. If you're Bey battling outside and the sun's up, it's okay, but don't expose it too much to the sun, because the sun can actually make some really bad after results to the disc. And these are the after results. The same thing with the cold air. With the cold air, the disc just turned rusty. I don't know why they do this, why they turn this, but this is honestly just a suggestion that I want you guys to know, because if you guys want to reduce the time and make it, so now I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make your disc last longer in terms of keeping the metal shiny. So what I personally do is I put every night after I go to bed, I actually put my bays in my drawer and put them upside down with the driver facing them, so the driver can actually act like kind of a shield, even though they're put away in my drawer. You guys can actually tell that they're not taking the cold air directly, and And if you face them down, that actually also reduces and helps the process a lot, because it's not taking that cold air. It's just taking the dark room, and the dark room doesn't make any effect to the disc. And doing this will actually make your disc stay shinier for a very long time. Coming at number 2. So coming at spot number 2, now we're going to be talking about drivers. So especially when it comes to drivers, especially stamina type drivers. For example, here I have my 2 eternal drivers. You can kind of tell that this one's the old one, this one's the new one. So I actually ordered a new Archer Hercules with a new eternal driver, just because my old Archer Hercules with my old eternal driver actually worn down. So this is actually a suggestion that I really want to tell you guys, because I've seen so many people make this mistake, and it is to never throw your Beyblades from very high turns. Because what happens is, whenever you launch, okay, pretend this is like you. Pretend it. So I'm just gonna wait, let me fix it here. So let's say, for example, here I have, this is like, I'm gonna use the old one. So for example, after I knew this, before I knew this truth, I actually would be one of the persons that I would actually launch my Beyblade from a very high distance and make the Beyblade driver land at a flat surface very hard like this. So while doing this, it's actually hurting your Beyblade's performance, because you guys kind of tell that, especially for stamina drivers, you guys know that stamina tips are actually meant to be sharp points that keep the Beyblades in the center of the stadium. And you guys can look at this one. This is the old one. The old one is flatted out. So honestly, the stamina drivers eventually, during time, even if you launch them from like very short distances, not very high distances, it eventually will kind of a little bit get flat, but it won't get as flat as this. Never ever will it ever get flat like this. So I personally recommend you guys to never launch your Beyblades from high distances, because that will actually make their Beyblade's performance not well, because that will actually reduce the performance of the Bey. Let's say this stamina driver can last in stamina basically like 2 minutes, and this one, since it's all worn out because of my performances from high launches, it now can actually last about a minute. So this is actually something I really wanted to tell you guys, because this is something I've seen so many people do, especially little kids. Once they get their new Beyblades, they practically never have. Some kids don't have stadiums right away, so they just want a Beyblade in the floor or wherever they want to. And another thing is that never launch your Beyblades in hard surfaces. That actually also is a really bad choice, really bad mistake that you guys can make, that will damage the Beyblade's performances. Because this is something: never launch your Beyblades in cement, rocky surfaces, or metal surfaces. That would tore out the Beyblade's performance, especially if they're stamina types. If they're practically ball drivers like Atomic and Orbit, I can't say it won't damage it. It probably will a little bit, but it won't damage it as like this one. This one's really, take it from me, guys, this one comes from all the experience that I've had. If you guys don't remember, I used to have an antenna stadium, a metal antenna stadium, and that actually ruined this eternal driver, especially the rocky surfaces. Oh my goodness, that actually ruined the eternal driver. So yeah, never launch your Beyblade from high distances, and never launch your Beyblades in hard surfaces. Always try to launch your Beyblades in plastic surfaces, so the performance of the Beyblade tip can last you guys a whole ton of time. Coming in at spot number 3, we have the launchers. So now let's take aside the Beyblades. Now we're going into details with the launchers. So I am gonna go to details with the launcher because these are things that I've seen on YouTube and seen in multiple places, and even myself, before knowing this, I was actually really hurting my launchers. And you guys know that launchers, especially sparking launchers, are actually really expensive. You actually have to pay probably like more than $20 to get just a sparking launcher, especially if you want to take care of the newest ones, the right and left sparking launchers that come with the Hyperion Burn and Helios Volcano. Especially these ones are a little bit harder to get due to the only way that you can find them is probably buying them from someone on eBay separately, but it's gonna cost you a little bit, or buying the DX set. So these ones are especially the ones that you want to take care of. But I'm not gonna use this one for example because this is my only copy of one. So we're gonna be using this one. So it hurts that I've seen so many people doing this to their launchers. So this is actually my second one. I actually had to order a separate one off eBay from a seller to replace my old one. So here is my old one. This is my first, the one that came with my variant Lucius. This one is the one that I broke. So honestly, obviously, this is not the string. I actually switched up the string and the gear once it was completely broken. And I actually broke this one again. And the old one, I replaced the string due to the reason that I placed it in my blue LR, which I actually bought another one. So this one's the new one, and this is like the old one. So something I want to remind you guys, that when you use these launchers, especially the string, you guys can obviously tell that that due to how many times I've used it, the string actually broke apart. So look what's coming out. So the thing that's coming out is like the white string that is actually the long thing that's holding the launcher. So this black string is actually like the shield protecting this. And honestly, from experience, never launch your Beyblades with so much force on the launchers. Especially, it breaks my heart when I see people do this, especially little kids. When they do this, it might sound satisfying, but it's actually hurting your Beyblade's gear inside, because the Beyblades, the launchers, actually have this special gear, and it's actually really sensitive because it's not like a high advanced gears. Like they probably just give us like the cheapest gear that they can find in all of these things. But honestly, I hate to see when people do these, because it's actually hurting the launcher. I'm actually doing this on this one because this one's actually already broken. It's actually broken, so I don't care if I keep damaging this one because I have my new one. But I'm just using this one for example. Never do this because it's actually hurting the mechanism on the launcher. I think I actually just broke it completely. You can't even hear the sounds. Oh my goodness, I actually kind of broke it right now. It's crazy. Okay, and another thing, never do this. And second things, never launch your Beyblade like with so much force. Yes, you want to launch it with enough power for the Beyblade to get some speed and give those good attacks that you want to, but never ever force the string out. You guys know that in the anime, the bladers all have like infinite string, because they can launch like very exaggeratedly and launch super strong, and the strings never break. But in real life, it doesn't work like that. In real life, we have a limit to these strings, and if you guys force this, if you guys get to your limit and force it, you're actually damaging the gear that it's inside, and it will actually make your Beyblade launcher won't last a longer, and it will actually shorten its lifespan. And if you want to keep it for as long as you want to, or as long as you can, just basically launch your Beyblades with enough power, but with control. Don't go over control and go make force with the mechanism and damage it. You just have to set on your mind that this has a limit. I practically, when I launch my Beyblades, I actually practically go with all of this string. I don't get to the limit because I don't want to break the gear. So that's actually a really good advice that I'm giving you guys. Never outforce the string when it comes to the limit, when it gets to its limit. And third things of all, that I want to say, yeah, don't click this, don't do this. This is actually hurting the Beyblade. Wait, I actually gotta reset it up. This one. So this one, but these launchers are actually really good. And the thing is that they made them. Look, don't ever do this. Don't force it. Don't force the string to come out of its limit, because if you reach its limits, that's all you can do. Don't force it. And yeah, that's practically the two things that you guys have to know in order to like take care of your stuff, especially these launchers that are really expensive. So yeah, guys, remember, don't go overboard and try to break the limit out of the string. And yeah, that's all I have to do for number 3. Let's go to spot number 4. Coming at spot number 4. And spot number 4, we are going to be talking about hygiene. So, like humans, we all know that we have to bathe every day. As for humans, humans are supposed to take a bath, especially at least once a day or 2 times a day if you guys want to. Same thing goes with Beyblades, but you're obviously not gonna have the stress. You're not gonna have this in your mind, saying, "Oh my goodness, I have to get home to clean my Beyblades." Oh my goodness, no. You can clean your Beyblades when you have free time. If you want every day, or I recommend once a week. That actually helps it, because the thing is why I recommend you guys to clean these Beyblades. You guys can actually tell that your stadium and your drivers actually get dirty. So here is my revolve driver. My revolve driver is actually pretty dirty. I actually have to clean it. I clean it at this revolve driver. I actually clean it almost every day, and it's good that once a week or once a day you take like a little wet wipe and start scrubbing it, but not with so much force, because you don't want to scrape the driver. You just want to scrub it softly so it can get those dirty germs, like the dust that actually interferes with your base performance. Because if you guys don't know, the dust actually interferes with the Beyblade's performance, because if you guys have so much dirt in this driver, the Beyblades will actually lose like probably 10 seconds of stamina or even more. So it's good that once a while you get your wipe, or you get your scrubbing material, whatever you guys want to use, and clean your Beyblades part by part and take off the dust. Same things goes with the disc. You guys sometimes want to be cleaning these parts of the disc, because these are the parts that the dust, especially dust comes in. Dust particles come in and can actually make a difference in your Beyblade's performance. And same thing goes to stadiums. Once a while, or once a day, or even once a week, you guys can get a soft wipe or a towel, like a clean towel. But remember that I actually clean my stadiums with a wet towel or a wet paper towel, and I actually scrub it in so the dirt comes out, and to maintain the stadium clean. Because remember, guys, the stadium is where the Beyblades are gonna start performing and start battling, and that's the place where they gather all their dust particles. So I totally recommend you guys that once a while, or once a day, or once a week, you guys get the time to get a cloth, get a paper towel, or maybe a wet towel, and start cleaning your stadium so you guys can break all your limits in the stadium and pull all of your base maximum potential. And finally, guys, coming in at spot number 5. So this is actually the one that I've been waiting to do, because this is the one that I've actually wanted to tell you guys, because I keep getting comments of people telling me this, and I don't get mad, but it kind of gets tired of people asking the same thing over and over again. And that is the tape problem. So every time, almost in every video that I make, especially when I do battles, I put in my thumbnails, you guys always see my Beyblades, and my Beyblades, most of them are covered in tape. And I get tons of comments, people asking me, hey, I wonder why you have tape on your Beyblades. Hey, why do you have tape on your Beyblades? And I know some of you guys already know the question of why I put tape on my Beyblades, but some of you don't, because if that's one of you, then you're probably a new subscriber, or probably someone new that has come to visit the channel. But in this video, I am going to explain it once and for all, and this is actually a method that you guys could use if you guys want to. I personally use it, and it's worked great for me, but I don't know if you guys want to use it or not. And the reason why, and let me just take out the chip. So the reason why I put tape on my Beyblades is to make the paint, the paint job on the Beyblades last longer. I know putting tape on the Beyblades doesn't make them look prettier. I know I don't actually like putting tape on my Beyblades. One, because it takes work, but I do it for their safety. So if you guys want, if you guys are like me, I personally admire the anime really good. I actually admire the anime a lot, and I'm always asking, and I've always looked at their Beyblades, and no matter how many battles they do, their Beyblades never get scraped or never lose their paint job. And I know you guys are asking, yes, they're not losing their paint job because it's anime, but if the writers wanted to, they could make the Beyblades look like they've lost paint job. And I know that, guys, but I want to make the paint last longer. So the reason why I put tape on these guys is to make the paint last longer, so the paint doesn't wear out in the first 10 battles, or probably in the first 5 battles, because some Beyblades come right out of the package. You battle them from probably 2 or 3 battles, and once you pick them up and look at them, probably they already have a scrape, or the yellow paint just came off, and it's really noticeable. And I actually had a lot of experience with my Slash Valkyrie. So here I am gonna get my Slash Valkyrie that is actually right next to me, and this is my Slash Valkyrie. So before I knew this method, yes, look at my Slash Valkyrie. Its paint job is worn down. Actually you can bear the yellow part that's supposed to be here actually turned white, and that's because yeah, this Beyblade of mine is pretty old actually, but I didn't take care of it like I do now with my Beyblades. I use my Beyblades a lot, but now I'm prestigious, and I know how to take care of them. So I know that if I would have put tape on this once I got it from the package a year ago, I know it would have been I know it would not be in this condition. So the reason why I put tape on my Beyblades, especially the Valkyries and Ragnaroks and Beyblades that are really colorful, I want to protect the paint job so the paint job doesn't wear out. Let's take for example, here I have my Hygiene burn. You guys see, I don't know, it's not kind of noticeable, but it's still kind of noticeable at the same time. You guys see, I've used this Beyblade a lot, but look at the results. No paint job has come off. Look at this. Yeah, look at this little bump, but I've used this Beyblade a lot, and look at the paint job. I mean, you can't tell me that this does not look good after the battles I've done with this guy. So this kind of proves that my method works on mostly almost all the Beyblades. And it protects the paint job. I know it's tape. The tape does not interfere the battles. Actually, if you guys are wondering, no, the tape is just there to protect it. It doesn't give it more stamina. It does not make it lose less stamina. It just protects it. It protects it for a really long time. I'm not saying that it's a complete 100% shield that the paint will never wear off, but it protects it for a really long time. And I've used this because this is one of my methods actually. But yeah, guys, that is actually that's number 5. I wanted to speak that because first I wanted to remind you guys once again why I use tape on my Beyblades, and second because I think you guys can use this method if you guys want to, and you guys want to make your Beyblades look better for a long time while doing battles, and you guys don't want the paint to wear off. But yeah, that's method number 5. I think we're gonna end off the video up here, guys. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Like the video, comment down below what you guys think of these methods. If you guys use them, please make me a solid and post it down in the comments, so because I am really curious if these methods actually worked for you guys. All these methods have worked for me, so that's the reason why I'm putting them on the video. Oh, and yeah, here Ragnarok has tape here. Look at the paint job. See? Yeah, look at this. I didn't cover these parts with tape, and look how they are. So this proves that the tape is doing its work. But you don't have to put tape. It's only if you guys want to. I'm not trying to tell you guys that you guys should put tape immediately on your Beyblades. This is just something that I do just to protect them. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys liked the video, make sure you guys should subscribe, like, comment down below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want more videos like this, post it down in the comments down below. God bless you guys, and remember, God loves you guys, and so do I. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.